Yeah, you win the game in the draft, especially when we incorporated bans like we did this season. The draft becomes ever more important. And both of these teams taking a little bit to draft, but we're going to get into the early phases of it. There's a lot on the line this game, so I cannot fault them at all for being very cautious about their picks and bans. Space Station Gaming once again leading with that Bako strike, and YOUNGSUNG taking out Bloom's Paloma.
I do not want to see Paloma and Bloom together. A deadly combination indeed. So we're seeing more of the same. Yeah, I mean,
it's nightmare fuel.
Okay, we're going part dose from map 1 here.
This tells me Space Station Gaming has a plan for the Jumong, because if you just pick Rook first phase, there's very likely going to be a Jumong. I'm interested to see whether or not YOUNGSUNG rides with it, and they're just like, whatever, we'll run with the Jumong again.
Interesting. They go with the Thorn second.
I like this. They understand Space Station Gaming had an answer, so they wanted to see what it was. That answer is going to be a versus Jumong, and harkening back to the early days of Battlerite, Averse was a god at Jumong.
Yeah.
I remember playing in tournaments against Averse Jumong. You don't want to. You just simply don't want to. He's too good at this character.
It's not good.
No. He just pumps out so much damage on this character. Just akin to ninjas. We see the Jumong ban coming out from Space Station Gaming now. YOUNGSUNG in a very weird position. Maybe a Destiny pick could be good here. Destiny, one of the few ranged characters that can fight against Jumong, but it's still not a great matchup.
It's really difficult. Jumong just has the range on Destiny.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to try to get past that.
Yeah,
even when you have the wall, it's so difficult.
Yeah, pretty much all you have is that wall timing, and then you have to worry about getting trapped by the Jumong and getting rain of arrows. So it's like overall not a very helpful matchup, but it's the most it's the best matchup I see against the Rook as well. Destiny pretty good against Rook in certain situations because of that E. The EXE doing a great job not letting him charge in or leave specific areas.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll see the Destiny pick simply because the Jumong's so good against it.
Seems like they're really trying to limit Bloom as well, and they wanted to force him out of the Lucy, and him picking up Uldor, and we have Ulrich coming out, so Ulrich Thorn, Uldor, the double support coming out, and that's still a lot of DPS on the side of YOUNGSUNG.
Yeah, this is going to be, I'm very intrigued by this Ulrich pick, because like I was talking about after game 1, Thorn, not the most natural of pairs in terms of a melee character with the Ulrich, but YOUNGSUNG still feel it's strong enough to pick it. And on the side of SSG, this is a lot of damage, Jorby.
It's, ooh, yeah,
They have a lot of hurts. They have more hurts than my monitor.
And they kind of forced Bloom into it, you know, with the double support ban. It's like, well, fine, I'm just gonna play Uldor and do a lot. There's so much combo potential with this. Rook into a Dragon Strike or Rock into Time Travel into Dragon Strike. Could you imagine that? That'd be fun.
That sounds dirty.
Can we get that?
Dirty.
Can we get that?
SSG requesting combo, please. Please gift combo.
That'll be $3.99. But on the side of YOUNGSUNG, I am interested just because of what you said about Ulrich and Thorn not really working out. Maybe finding a balance with having Uldor available for Ulrich. Maybe it's just relying on Rare Peep to, you know, play Thorn the way he can play Thorn, and then Jeter and Ninjas just kind of sticking together.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Mountain Raz Knight is our map. If you look at the Rook, look at that wall real estate that our VR observer is doing such a great job highlighting. Shoutouts to that guy. Those 2 walls on the side going to be very good for the Rook. Easy in-cap setup on each side. And I think Proster is going to have a little bit better of a time here.
Yeah, I think so. There's not a choke point to kind of funnel Proster into this time. It can definitely have a lot more fun here on Mountain Raz Knight.
Yeah, he's not playing against the Jumong either. He's probably like, I'm going to have such a better game this time. This is going to be a blast.
Well, don't get overly aggressive because it could be deadly for you. We saw what YOUNGSUNG can do to you if you do get a little overly aggressive and you're not able to trade out damage yourself. So, you know, look out for Ninjas, again, to maybe box out the support that Proster has. But map 2.
Map 2, Jorby.
We're going. And if Space Station goes down 0-2 here, it's going to be obviously a long road, but you do not want to lose this map.
This is like the most YOUNGSUNG start I've ever seen in my life.
Back off immediately.
Yeah, they're just like, SSG, you can have mid. We don't want it. We have no interest in the middle.
Like, you can take the first orb. We don't care. We're going to push in eventually.
Oh, no. They're not going to take the first orb as YOUNGSUNG with a beautiful pull. Yeah, YOUNGSUNG doing a great job recognizing how their team comp can play, and the Thorn being utilized perfectly there.
Do rotate together to the top to try to make a push here. And then blocked out. Proster's not finding a lot of real estate to work with here. He's being blocked out at every step, and then blocked out on the counter that got popped early. It allows YOUNGSUNG to just move forward here.
Yeah.
Double Rain of Arrows going to come out, get a lot of damage out, and taking a lot of damage there, was Jeter. Not Jeter, Ninjas.
Uldor Ultimate coming out here up top. They're going to find the stun onto Jeter, but, you know, Bloom, he put himself in a kind of scary situation, but luckily he has the damage from Averse raining down onto YOUNGSUNG to enable Bloom to get out safely.
They got a good trade there. Kept the health pools relatively even for both of these teams. Proster wants to go into on it, but he finds himself No. Yeah.
YOUNGSUNG are getting all of these orbs, Jorby. This orb control from the Thorn is very good. Rarepeep doing a great job securing this advantage for his team.
Deadroot's available too. If they want to aggress here, they have the opportunity to. Just want to wait maybe for Proster to come in and force his way through to the back line.
Proster's charge.
Back out.
Yeah, this orb once again going to go to YOUNGSUNG.
4-0.
Yeah, Rarepeep's playing on point with these pulls. But Ninjas, he's getting pretty low. Even with the Thor orbs, 4 orbs to 0, he's down below half recoverable HP. And against a Rook Jumong older, you got to be a little bit scared for the boy.
Yeah, it's going to be dangerous. But the time travel
oh,
comes in big, huge damage.
What?
And the Oldor time travel comes out to save himself. Jeter got absolutely obliterated there.
Bloom took so much
Bloom,
damage.
excuse me.
Too
many Oldors.
Too many Oldors. Bloom gonna go down. He is the first Older to fall. That punish was unreal, Jorby. That was just so insane. Up top, there's a punish onto the Rook as well as he gets stunned in the sudden death. That is not where you want to be.
Yeah, at the end of this map, I want to see that highlight. I want to see that just...
Replay guy, give me that.
Give me that. Give me the slowdown because so much happens so fast and all of a sudden just deleted.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bloom.
So, yeah, goodbye, Bloom.
Yeah.
And that round was looking so good for SSG, but this goes back to what I was talking about in Game 1. YOUNGSUNG are just so good at comboing.
Yeah.
In this split second, the heat of the moment, so much damage comes out onto Bloom, recognizing they found an opening, and you give them an inch, and they take a mile.
And the one thing I love about YOUNGSUNG I love is that combo ability, but also their ability to just sit on full energy for the longest time. Because
yeah, so
full energy for the longest, and like you said, found one opening and then took the whole game. So already forced the burrow out, Rarepeep.
I like the way Ninjas is walking up, fake casting his M1. A lot of damage onto Bloom already, just off of a quicksand and a couple M1s. So YOUNGSUNG starting this round out much better than the last.
Yeah, Bloom's really struggling right now against this YOUNGSUNG squad. They're just able to put a lot of pressure onto him, and Space Station is having trouble following up in a meaningful way.
Oh, Bloom uses that older ult so defensively, running completely away. A lot of energy being built up on Ninjas and Rarepeep. Going to be used here. The Deadroot's going to get a little bit of damage, but honestly, Jorby, that wasn't that significant.
Nah, that didn't really get a lot of value, and after we praised YOUNGSUNG for their patience, maybe getting a little too happy there with the Deadroots, but not worse for wear here, trying to put pressure on the Proster. Proster taking a ton of damage. He just got, that's the Wombo combo Battlerite edition, just getting thrown back and forth in between two YOUNGSUNG players, and bye
Wombo
Proster.
combo.
Bye Proster.
See you later, dude. He just gets deleted in the blink of an eye. Bloom gonna try to do something with his ultimate. He gets a nice amount of damage, but a shield from the Ulrich is there. Not enough damage to find a kill coming from Space Station Gaming in that moment. And
Space Station Gaming, again, struggling early here, and it's really just the Bloom harassment show right now for YOUNGSUNG. They just get so much damage early onto Bloom, force so many defensive cooldowns early. We saw him dash away so early in the game, and then the defensive time travel as well, leaving nothing to try to support your team to, get a push.
Yeah.
To push, to try to get damage. They're not doing damage. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not having any room to do damage. Rook, when he's trying to initiate, is just getting largely ignored. We're seeing him space in, and then immediately Jeter uses his shield. That Time Bender gets the Rook off of him, or the Radiant Shield even from the Ulrich, just doing a great job giving Proster no space and no momentum. And because of it, YOUNGSUNG is just able to dive the back line.
Proster wants to get something going here, but YOUNGSUNG so good at just backing off and waiting for the right moment to strike. Proster just blocked out again, not finding any room to work with here. Ulrich has actually been a solid front line against Proster in this game.
Space Station Gaming get their first orb of this game too. They're going to do a good job of keeping YOUNGSUNG out of the center, but...
Oh, my goodness.
Man. Once again, not Rarepeep, but rather Bloom gets pulled in and eats a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah, trying to trade with Proster. He does get the in cap, wants to get more damage on it, wants to rush through, but he gets bailed out. Good EX space.
Very nice EX space from Rarepeep. We'll see if he's able to get this orb. He is. YOUNGSUNG get the second orb of this round, and that Time Bender doing a great job keeping the Rook out. The Petrify, there's no Lucy this time. There's no cleanse to get the Rook out of that stun.
He's hit the Bender every single time on that Rook rush. Proster is not able to hit one rush this game. He's found maybe... Okay, he's found maybe one. Time Travel gonna get the stun? No. He gets Time Travel in return, gets the stun on to Rarepeep. He's in danger, is able to Barbed Husk himself out.
Dude, Rare Peep is doing such a good job helping out his allies. The EX Spaces, the Barbed Husks, I'm not sure they're going to be enough, though, here, as so much damage comes out onto Ulrich, and Space Station Gaming looking like they're going to be able to claim their first round of this game, too. We'll see if YoungSung's able to get a kill onto either Bloom or Proster.
No, it's not happening.
No, it's not happening, dude.
Yeah, that was such a good play by Space Station Gaming. As soon as the EX Space comes out, the Barbed Husk comes out, okay, Thorn has nothing left to support his team, and he caught out of position in the middle, and wasn't, it was Ninjas that wasn't able to do anything after that. He was bailed out from the rest of his team, and Space Station's like, well, now we can kill you. And
yeah.
they took big advantage of pressure. They found room, they found an opportunity, they caused pressure, forced all of the defensive cooldowns out of Rare Peep, and then they were able to capitalize.
Yeah, Rare Peep, he had to use literally everything on his allies, and then the pressure from the Rook just came onto him as a result. Like you mentioned, we'll see if they're able to keep out Proster a little bit better than they did the round before in this round 4.
Proster, nope, no damage. Sorry. Rare Peep Burrow is available.
Yeah,
just when you think he has a chance, it's not there.
He does get that energy, though, and that's ever so important for the Rook. That end cap now online, and also the Eat is available, and he's just going in. Proster having a great start this round.
Yeah, he is getting that pressure that they need. Time Bender not available. He can aggress here if he wants to. Now going down on to Ninjas. Ninjas taking a ton of damage here. He's still taking a lot of damage. Ran right into Bloom. Time Travel, where is he going to go? Trying to get back to his teammate, but a lot of damage here on the side of Space Station Gaming onto YoungSung.
A nice chunk back onto the Proster, though. Oh, gosh. He takes... Oh, that bubble! That bubble was so smart, Jeter! He bumps the Rook back into that dead root, so Proster takes the max amount of damage he can from that ultimate, and now Rook at 85 HP is within burst range, Jorby.
Yeah, now he's going to have to pick and choose. It's going to be tough. Rare Peep, Jeter, and Ninjas fighting right back into it. Actually turned it completely on its head.
Oh.
They do get that orb, big.
Yep, Proster able to get it with the charge off of that boulder knockback. And wow, the damage onto the Ulrich. Ninja's getting beat up. The stun even lands onto the Thorn. The Barbed Husk is there to keep him alive. Yeah, he still took a lot of damage, though.
He did take a lot of damage, but Rare Peep has done a great job this whole series of bailing himself out and bailing his teammates out. Space Station just finding the upper hand here. They get that orb. YoungSung, they needed that.
Yeah, Space Station Gaming's orb control this round has been very, very good. They've gotten 3 of the 4, and the amount of pressure they've been able to keep up with the Rook because of it is massive. And speaking of pressure, Ninjas is eating all of it.
Oh, what a jump.
Yeah, beautiful M2 from Proster. He's playing very well this round.
Absolutely. Proster hitting everything on point. The ult going to come out. Going to try to get Ninjas. Can't find really anything. Doesn't get a lot of value out of that. He does force defensive cooldowns. That is a lot. He's able to rush out before he actually almost died.
That ulti might cost Proster here, but in the meantime, Ninjas is just eating that rain of arrows. The Dragon Slayer is going to land, and Jeter gets executed. A verse taking down the older. Ninja is going to be next to fall. Rare Peep, all that's left.
I feel like I'm reading the same book from map 1.
Yeah.
I feel like this, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
ITF.
Yep. Absolutely, we have. Just like in game 1, the blue team, YoungSung, they take the first 2 rounds pretty handily, and then Space Station Gaming make a couple adjustments, ensure that Proster has a successful start, and then things just look so much different.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and Space Station doing a much better job of picking their fights and really forcing out defensive cooldowns, but that's like making it look like, yes, we're going to spend everything right now, forcing YoungSung to either reposition or force out cooldowns, and then Space Station's like, all right, here's what we're actually going to do, and then just a ton of damage come out.
Wow, YoungSung, they've managed to find their way up in the center for the first time this game, not just completely ceding mid-control early on. We'll see if it works out for him. Rare Peep, he's taking quite a chunk.
Yeah, Rare Peep does take a lot of damage there. Eats the M2 stun from Proster. Proster wants to go in, doesn't find much value, but Space Station does get the orb. Oh my gosh, Rare Peep, you're getting just, where's your health?
Yeah, they get
your health, dude.
They get the orb, and they also get a huge chunk of Rare Peep's HP. He has to play so defensively now, Jorby, and that's not what you want to have happen as a Thorn. You want to be able to burrow in and not risk dying, but if he burrows in and just makes a mistake, he might just get bodied.
It's the whole reason that YoungSung's been so successful is because of what Rare Peep has been able to do. So it will be tough for him with a little bit of health, but they do get the orb.
Yeah.
And they're staying real tight here.
A lot of defensive abilities used, though, as a result of having to go in for that orb. Older ultimate, it's used here, and they're going to chain him up. Holy!
The time travel's gonna bail him out. health, but I can't even tell you how many abilities just got spent just deleting all of his health. Sorry, Jeter.
Holy
Not
God.
Jeter, Bloom. Bloom, you've been harassed.
Dude, Bloom just got, like, he was at 100% HP, Jorby.
Yeah.
So, this is actually absolutely insane if YOUNGSUNG managed to take this round. The next orb is spawning in about 8 seconds, and I can't help but feel like YOUNGSUNG definitely going to want to play a little bit safe until then so they can secure it, and with it, an advantage.
Oh, no!
YOUNGSUNG, what?
Rare Pete pulls him in, and then the time travel stun comes in. You're not surviving, dude.
And these combos are absolutely unreal from YOUNGSUNG. They just take so much damage, or so much health from Space Station Gaming in the blink of an eye. We'll see if Rare Peep goes down here. It's looking like Proster is going to be the one to fall.
Yeah, Proster taking the stun there at the end, and YOUNGSUNG able to fight back. So we turn the page, and it's a little different this time. YOUNGSUNG gets that round 5 win, and they take the lead here against Space Station. It was such a great job. You know, early it looked like it was Space Station's game to win, and Rare Peep took a ton of damage early.
Yeah.
Then they get the next orb confirmed, which was huge for them to be able to move in, pull in Bloom, do all that damage to him initially, which took him down to about 25% HP, and now you're free to do whatever the heck you want after that. And then they pull him in again. The combos have been insane from YOUNGSUNG.
Dude, all I have to say is YOUNGSUNG had no business in that round.
No.
They had no business winning that round, but they managed to anyways. Round 6, we'll see if they're able to take this one as well. Very, very neutral start thus far.
Proster's actually taking a ton of damage. He gets petrified as well. They want to aggress on that. So much damage coming out. Tries to get a stun out, does not find it. Proster wants to return the damage in return. He does get a little bit onto Jeter.
Rare Peep's doing so much this game. His
Oh
EX space.
Averse.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, Verse gets shrunk down so hard up top. And in return, YOUNGSUNG, they haven't taken too much. The older ultimate from Bloom forced out, and he has to use it so defensively. No damage going to come as a result of it. Rare Peep hitting another entangling root.
Want to pull, into that shifting sands. That is shifting sands. Quick pull back. Quicksand.
Quicksand.
I always get all of his abilities have sand, some version of sand in it.
Just say E.
E.
That's what
that
I
works.
do.
That
That's
works.
way easier.
It is E.
Oh, the Rook ultimate. Your Radiant
value.
Shield won't protect you from that.
Nope.
Yeah, but they do manage to get away. And because they had double healers, they heal up very, very quickly. Jeter throwing out his ultimate.
Ooh.
Not going to land, though.
Yeah, just misses it. Rare Peep forcing his burrow out.
Scary moment. All right.
Oh, it bails him out. Does not want to get aggressive there.
Dude, Proster was like, I thought for sure Proster would try to go in, but with no energy, he didn't feel safe. And speaking of no energy, Rare Peep's on the opposite side of that coin, sitting on that full bar, using the Barbed Husk, and oh my God, the Barbed Husk being burnt through.
Yeah, burnt through and then almost lost like his recoverable HP. Say that 3 times fast because he's taking a ton of damage here. The double rain of arrows coming out, barely keeping him alive. Ooh. He goes down anyway. It is not enough, and Space Station Gaming is living.
Dude, YOUNGSUNG is good.
Not living, they're dead.
Hey, YOUNGSUNG, you're good at Battlerite.
YOUNGSUNG is firing right now. It has been fun to watch for these guys. They're going to eventually find Bloom. No, they don't. Bloom gets away from it.
Ninjas, you're so good. Ninjas, he went for that read and he was a little bit off. He understood where Bloom would want to go, but at the end of the day, he just didn't read the distance properly. And now up top, Space Station Gaming, they do have some energy to work with. We'll see if they're able to find a kill.
Oh.
Jeter's getting so low, but they aren't going to find the kill. This is still doable for SSG.
They just gotta find their way. More damage. The EXM2 coming out from Rare Peep to try to keep them down, and it does, Bloom barely keeping a Verse up. A Verse doing a ton of damage here, but Bloom does finally go down, and YOUNGSUNG take it to match point again.
Great positioning from Jeter. He found himself in a situation where he might get burst from both Bloom and a Verse, but he just ran around down bottom, played as safely as he could, used his abilities very, very on himself, or very, very much so on himself, which enabled him to just heal up and play safe, not wanting that game to be reduced down to a 2v2, and just making sure YOUNGSUNG got that easy W. And Jorby, they're now on game point for game 2.
I'm telling you, they win this map, they win the series.
Yeah?
Straight
Is that your bold prediction?
It is. I mean, it's not so bold. You go up 2-0 in a series, it's so hard to lose that.
You're right.
You have so much room after that 2-0 map, the 2-0 map advantage. It's so difficult to try to reverse sweep maps in Battlerite.
Yeah.
So Proster getting some early damage here onto Ninjas. He gets the M2 as well, but finally getting away from it. Jeter able to heal him back up, but half his health is gone.
Yeah, Ninjas, he's got no energy to work with. We'll see if that changes here, and it does. YOUNGSUNG, they get this orb. The EX space from Rare Peep. Proster, not going to get anything but some green shards. I guess that's a nice consolation prize.
You got something, and you didn't get nothing, so that is something.
He definitely didn't get nothing.
Yeah, he absolutely did not get nothing. Proster is getting bullied a little bit here. Gets pulled back in by Rare Peep. Going to take a little bit of damage, but Berserk was available. And then pulled
Dude.
again. YOUNGSUNG pulling it. The time travel going to come in. Get the double stun onto Space Station Gaming. A lot of damage coming out on the Bloom in a verse. And pulled back again. YOUNGSUNG, the combos, they're coming through.
Repeat.
Every time travel on the side of Space Station has been defensive. They have not been able to aggress on it at all, and it can be such a huge boon when your Oldor can use an offensive time travel.
And that's just really attributing to the way this game feels. YOUNGSUNG feeling like they have complete control, though Space Station Gaming do get their first orb of this round. However,
Which is huge.
Yeah, they're still down a couple percent in HP. We'll see if they're able to make it back up, though. Proster, he's not doing so well.
He's not able to find any room up there. Just all three members just boxing him out. Trying to bait an ability out. Wants to bait out the barrier. Cannot.
The orb once again taken by YOUNGSUNG.
It's so difficult for them right now.
Yeah, Repeat doing such a great job using his abilities. Oh! That EX space from Ninjas came out to try to connect the ulti, but it still didn't work out. But you know whose ulti is going to connect? It's going to be Jeter's. A decent amount of damage coming out here, but in return, Ninjas gets absolutely burst.
Oh, what a Barb Tusk.
Yeah,
it saved him.
Yeah, mitigates a lot of that damage, gets him out of it. Oh!
He's still in trouble. The double rain of arrows. You're not going to survive that one. Space Station Gaming able to get the kill.
Oh,
trying to push up. Do they get it? Proster goes down. It's a 2v2 now. Time travel. Where's he going to go? The time travel in answer. Does he get the hit onto Rare PP? Does, but it's not going to get a ton of value. And now pushed out to the other side.
There's no Barb
Trying
Tusk.
to find him. There's nothing available. The time bender going to come out. He stays alive, but barely. Now throwing the E. It doesn't matter. You can't keep him away. All that's left is Rare Peep. Great job by Space Station Gaming.
Yeah, really good job punishing Jeter when they recognized there was a window. The Barb Tusk from Rare Peep was just used on himself, and as a result, Jeter became the main focus for the damage output from SSG. They find the kill, bring it down to a 2v1, and clean up Rare Peep. Good round from SSG, showing they're not out of it yet.
Very good round from SSG. YOUNGSUNG almost pulled it back, able to get the immediate trade on the Proster, just weren't able to find the follow-through, just kind of got caught in a bad position up top with very little health and very little to do. You know, pop time travel, not much you can do after that. All you can do is just throw out everything you can and hope that someone dies.
And just hope for the best.
And it was you.
Yep, and it was you.
And it was you.
We'll see if they're able to keep it up, though.
They got to win this. They got to win all of them now. So.
Yep. YOUNGSUNG did look pretty good in the early parts of that round. We'll see if they don't make that key mistake they did earlier on in losing Ninjas. Good.
That was very good shield. Blocks out Proster. Looked like they might have got a little more damage on him, but Bloom able to heal him back up. Space Station trying to regain this mid control. We've seen YOUNGSUNG just come in and take the orb. They don't get that one. Space Station does confirm the first orb.
Yeah, SSG, they get the first orb, and that's pretty big, as Rare Peep really wanted that energy. The Rain of Arrows not going to deal too much damage because Proster's Boulder knocked him out of it, and Proster starts to take a little bit himself.
Proster doing well, avoiding a lot of that damage out from Oldor and Rare Peep, and does get out of it. Space Station Gaming remaining in control of mid. Oh, what a pull. Does he get it? Yes, YOUNGSUNG does confirm off the pull from Rare Peep. He's been solid on that all series long.
Okay.
Time travel coming in. Where they're going to go. Get the stun on the back line. Trying to go all in. A ton of damage. That combo ability from YOUNGSUNG.
Dude, he was at full.
Yeah.
Bloom was at full here, and now he's at next to nothing.
And now he's gone.
They find the kill, and my God, out of nowhere, YOUNGSUNG just take the round. This comp, the amount of damage it puts out is so unreal in these split moments. Older Ultimate's only 2 seconds, Norby.
Only 2 seconds.
In 2 seconds, Bloom's health went from 100% to like 20%, and then immediately after, he just ate a couple M1s and fell as a result. And YOUNGSUNG, they take game 2.
They take, game map 2. It is just wow. You were questioning whether and how the Ulrich Thorn combination was going to work. Well, you got to see it on display here from YOUNGSUNG. It was just kind of, look, we know they're going to play Rook, so we're just going to box out everything Proster can do and then find one opportunity, find one really solid time travel and just annihilate Bloom, because that's how they won this. I'm pretty sure all 5 of their round wins were just